And it is time to find out if this series is going to get closed out or if there's a little bit of fire left in MMA's heart. Spawning in the bottom right position of the map that is Frost. This is the red Zerg player from Team Acer. It is Scarlett. And her opponent in the northwest position, spawning as the blue Terran player. Also from Team Acer, it is MMA. On the verge of being team killed by Scarlett. This is a best of 3. If Scarlett wins this game, she will move on to face Czech in the final match. And if MMA wins, well, it was going to be one more game for the losers match here. But Scarlett opening up with the infamous 10 pool. I'd mentioned this earlier, but 10 pool cross spawn, pretty difficult to make work. Especially if MMA walls off. If he doesn't have a Reaper play. But, oh, looks like it's going to be Command Center first. This is nice for Scarlett, actually. This is really nice for Scarlett. The only thing that I have to say, despite this double extractor trick that Scarlett just pulled off, there's still an inherent difficulty in attacking cross-spawn a Terran player on Frost. This rush distance is absolutely monstrous to get to your opponent's base. Like, there's so much distance to cover that it really does make it hard. And here comes the scouting drone. So Scarlett will know that her opponent is cross-spawn only because she won't see anything with the right side Overlord. And the drone shouldn't see much either. So 6 lings on the way for Scarlett, I think, is definitely good. If she can get on top of this command center, that could be game ending. She could win the game right here. 2 more Zerglings. Yeah, she's just going all out with the ling production right now. And yeah, she could win the game like no, not right now, but maybe like a minute when she gets to her opponent's base. There she goes. She's like, okay, nothing here and nothing in the northwest. So she knows it's cross spawns. It's time for these Zerglings to do some work. MMA, he doesn't have a wall. There's no stopping these Zerglings. This command center might be able to finish with some luck. It's only got about 30 seconds to go. These Zerglings will be there in time, but I don't know. If this command center gets canceled, that's one of the worst things that could possibly happen to a Terran player. If you go command center first and you have to cancel that command center, you're almost completely boned. And now the Zerglings are here. MMA is going to be like, this is less than ideal. Trying to finish it. It's getting very, very close. He's got about 12 seconds left to go on that command center. Trying to get the SCV, and the depot has been raised. So MMA has a wall off now. This command center is forced to get canceled. The Zerglings poking away at the supply depot, trying to open the door. There is a Marine being produced at the same time, and Scarlett is just going to town, just attacking everything, and forcing the SCVs to come back and repair. Is also very, very nice from the Acer Zerg player, pulling the weakened Zerglings back. And MMA, look at this. Every time Scarlet Zergling gets really low on health, she just pulls it out. Doesn't lose, well, in case she lost one there. But there's the factory on the way now. The command center being rebuilt, and Scarlet has already gotten a ginormous lead. Preventing that command center is just absurdly strong. Yeah, I don't know how else to put that. That's one of the most painful things you can ever have happen to you as a Terran player, is someone 10 pull you and cancel your first command center. But gas is being added on for Scarlet. She has that natural. She's just waiting on an Overlord so she can build drones. Yeah, there we go. There's the drones. So we should see this gas get mined. And I'm wondering where Scarlett's going to go with this. There's a second command center being added on by MMA. So he's kind of recognizing he needs to go 3CC. Scarlett wanted to try to abuse a very small window of time where there might not be any units, or excuse me, where there might not be anything blocking the wall because that factory was being moved onto the reactor. But 2 Hellions are on the way. So pretty nice there. And that'll really help deal with these Zerglings. These Slowlings won't be able to do much at all once the Hellions get onto the map. But that's why she's getting the gas, wants to get the Zergling speed. Second gas guys was actually being added on as well. So things to take note of. Scarlett's actually grabbing the towers as well. And keeping these Zerglings pocketed. Very smart to pocket the Lings, because of course these Hellions will have no difficulty killing all of them. Lair's on the way. So we could see... I don't know how I feel about this. I guess it could just be Mutalisks again. I'm not sure. There's no Roach Warren, and I feel like you want to start the Roach Warren at the latest right this second if you want to do any type of like speed Roach or Roach Bane with speed, or I don't know. There'd already have to be evolution chambers for 1/1 Roach speed timing, so the only options are the only option is Mutalisks, really. I can't think of anything else that's all they could do. These Zerglings get in, try to do some damage. Not really much to be done. MMA cleans them up. No difficulty whatsoever. And this, yeah, so this there's going to get done, and it's definitely going to be a Spire. I can't imagine there's anything else that Scarlett could do. Maybe Hydra-nitis if she's feeling absolutely crazy. But Zergling speed's on the way. And there's the Spire. Okay, this makes sense. I was going to say, I'd be shocked if she didn't go Spire with this opening. 6 Hellions are out of the map. Checking for the third base. Seeing, okay, there's no third. And I think if MMA realizes that there's no real number of Zerglings, like the Zerglings got speed really late. There's been not even that many Lings. And there's no Roaches or Banelings. Like, where is the gas going? Well, I guess he doesn't actually know if there's gas. It's the curse of not having scouting information, I suppose. Double engineering bays are being added. So MMA will have access to the missile turrets pretty damn soon. These Hellions just kind of perusing the map, trying to see if there's anywhere they can poke in. Queen's trying to get in position to stop them. Well, the third base is underway. MMA sees this, just does a bit of poking. There's the scan. He actually sees the Spire. Very nice for MMA. Starts as 1/1. Yeah, he remembers his +1 attack. I'm very impressed. And now we play the waiting game. It's who's going to try to do some damage first, who can actually make it happen. I don't think MMA has really that much on the field, but he's going to move out with it anyway. I think this is mostly, I guess he's going to try to land this third command center, which I feel like he almost has to do now. But, yeah, with the Zerglings, with these Hellions and Marines, he shouldn't have trouble with this at all. But I'm just wondering where the Mutalisks are going to go, because he could go easily into the main base or the natural. There's no missile turrets at all. As I say that, he starts missile turret at the third base, but that's not 100% going to absolve him of the risks of being attacked. But Scarlett, of course, does need to keep in mind that there's this base. So I actually wouldn't be surprised the way this is being set up. That Scarlett just builds, like, spends all this like sick bank on just drones when this third base is done. I will note the upgrades are pretty late for Scarlett. MMA has that 1/1 so close, and Scarlett hasn't even started it. Now she's starting it. But the MMA is actually pushing with these Marines. Gets a few Zergling kills. There's no Banelings here, so MMA can definitely clean all this up. You shouldn't have any trouble with that. Overlord gets snapped up as well. Really nice play by MMA. These Zerglings that are being so harassing. Scarlett doing just fine as well. Of course, MMA did grab that Overlord that was pooping creep here, so it's difficult for Scarlett to know what exactly MMA is going to do. We see there's no Overlord spread on the map at all. She fears and respects the fact that MMA is willing to make Vikings if necessary. And here the Mutas come, just trying to harass, delaying the armory actually, which is really nice because 1/1 is done. The 1/1 upgrades have completed for MMA, so the armory being delayed means that the rest of them upgrades are going to be delayed, which is good because Scarlett's actually behind in the upgrade department, so good for her. Let's see what else. The Mutalisks are just kind of dancing around. Could clean this tower up pretty easily. Yeah, I think that's a smart thing to do. Don't let the Hellions chill. No, Overlord speed upgrade is done. Second factory being added on for MMA. And the Mutas are still trying to find somewhere to harass. There's a bunker here, but if there's no units in your bunker, generally speaking, they're not that useful. Just saying. But Scarlett bringing her Mutas back. Just trying to see what's going on here. There's a drop in the main base, MMA, trying to do a little bit of damage. As long as the Mutalisks can come in with the Zerglings at the same time and prevent them from being focused, that's really what counts. But MMA is going to try. Does grab the Queen, gets one Mutalisk, two Mutalisks, and a few handfuls of Zerglings before getting picked off. At the same time, the Bio pressing the front. Very nice for MMA. Can start to clean up the creep tumors a little bit. Prevent our Zerg Scarlett from getting too comfortable here as the Mutalisk count continues to rise. Great way to just burn those Widowmine shots for Scarlett. Makes it really easy to just clean up the Widow Mines afterwards as well. But MMA is not going to stop pushing. He loves to just bring this pressure. Queen gets destroyed, but MMA is forced to retreat, and then the reinforcements arrive. MMA, he's got so much on the map. He might be able to just push through here. He's got a ton of Bioforce, 153 to 112 supply. And he is, I mean, he is going to start bashing on this 4th base. He scans like, okay, what do you have? What's waiting for me up this ramp? Absolutely nothing. Scarlett's basically saying, yeah, I've got nothing. And she does have a lot of resources, though. So this is kind of weird. But, yeah, MMA, he's looking so good right now. His army looks so scary. Especially with that supply lead. And Scarlett getting supply blocked here and there is not helping at all. In fact, Scarlett's like she's actually supply blocked right now. Can only make like maybe 4 Zerglings or something like that. But MMA is just continuing to stream down the field. And there, I think Scarlett's now realizing about the block. So we should see some Overlords start pretty soon. But yeah, 6 Overlords being made at once. I wasn't kidding about the block. And now MMA is just going to press in towards the bridge outside of that 3rd base that Scarlett has. But no, we'll change his mind instead to just back off. He's not going to try to force anything, which is totally fine. And he's going to mix in a Thor. The Thor didn't really do much versus Czech, though, to be honest. Cool touch, though. MMA's trying to press forward using the edge of the creep as well as the Widow Mines as a backup insurance plan for his bio. Does need to be careful. There's a lot of Banelings here for Scarlett. If she wanted to attack, she can make it very, very difficult to deal with. MMA's, I mean, his AoE is limited to 5 Widow Mines, which in all honesty isn't that much. Zergling counterattack tries to hit a non-existent 4th base. This next one, however, will find the natural expansion. Potentially the 3rd actually can delay the Drilling Claws upgrade. Even delaying that factory would be really nice. You kind of need triple mine production in Terran versus Zerg to be able to effectively take engagements and trade evenly in the late game, but that doesn't seem to be what he's going to be able to do. The Banelings and Zerglings are just moving in. Where are the Widow Mine shots? Absolutely nowhere to be found. The Thor is just wrecked, and Scarlett's starting to just crush this Terran army. These medevacs are all getting caught as well. A few Marines left behind do get the hits off, and oh, Marine drop in the main base. Scarlett taking some serious damage as that front base gets pushed as well. And this, I mean, these medevacs should die, but this medevac in the main base just wrecking face. That's absolutely unbelievable how good this medevac is right now. How much damage this drop has been able to do. And now it will finally be shut down, but not before the 4th base gets attacked by MMA, and he's not giving up. It's literally relentless aggression. He refuses to stop attacking into his opponent. And now Scarlett is going to try to give a little bit of chase here. Catching these medevacs would be so nice if she could get just a few more of them as that speed boost wears off, and it looks like, yes, she will. This is one of the big keys to shutting down Terran in the mid-late game stage. Just take out all the medevacs, and suddenly they become too scared to actually attack you due to the way that, well, I mean, Stim is it's a pretty costly upgrade as far as the damage it does to yourself. These Zerglings dancing around, not really fighting too much. A little bit more, I was going to say a little small squadron plaguing the front, but these guys are not real. Command center is landed at the 4th base for MMA. Marine loaded up and sent out. Try to do some scouting. 3-3 is on the way for a Terran player. +3 attack is about to finish. +3 armor is just getting so close. This huge attack wave of units is actually going down this Marine. Completely missed all of it. And now it begins. The epic Mutalisk attacks. You should try to get a wraparound in this command center, maybe. If you can, then why not? But doesn't want to risk losing all the Zerglings to the Marines. And he just needs to be smart. Needs to be careful. Look at all these Zerglings parked here. It's kind of funny. The Mutas rush in, taking out the missile turrets, taking out the bunkers, and probably taking out the sensor tower, which is so expensive. The Marines do manage to save that, which is nice, but MMA just has so much stuff here, and Scarlett's supply kind of reflects the story of this game, where MMA is played like crazy. That's pretty much all I can say. And these oversteers are here trying to help spawn and everything, but I don't even know where these medevacs come from, dude. This is like, I don't know. I don't know. This is like you're some weird high school magician that's like just pulls a quarter out of your pocket. Except he pulls a medevac full of Marines and a Widow Mine out of the back of your main base in the middle of nowhere. A few Zerglings run by and get caught up. +3 flyer attacks coming in, as well as melee and carapace. The Ultralisk Cavern is on the way as well, instead of a secondary infestation pit, which is also nice. But MMA is starting to press across the field. He's got a huge army, and this is where things get a little bit scary for both players, I think. He's just trying to take the engagement that's going to be absolutely perfect. But doing that is easier said than done, as MMA continues to posture himself, and he's just going to blast through this. The Mutalisk's nowhere near enough Banelings, going to immediately get toppled, and MMA is just continuing to press forward. He's not finding any difficulty at all. GG, Scarlett taps out, and MMA will take game number 2, tying this series up 1-1.